You like it, you love it, you want some more of it, and we are here to give it to you. Day 5 of the qualifiers, right now on Teal Town After Dark. Good evening, everyone. It is August 5th, 2020, and Day 5 of the Stanley Cup qualifiers are in the books. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive post-game show. We do this after every single Sharks game, but here we're having some fun during the playoffs, and especially during this special time of the qualifiers. We might as well bring you some hockey talk that is well needed for a good distraction. So, of course, if you want to be a part of the show, here's how you do it. Chat with us and fellow Sharks fans on our YouTube channel, the page, or the app. Or, of course, follow us on the social, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud, Reddit, at Teal Town USA. And, of course, find us more at tealtownusa.com. So, with that, hi, everyone. I am Buckeye14 here, checking in with you, see how you're doing. These playoffs. And Skyler already mentioning it. Remember when playoffs were normal? Yeah, no, don't remember that anymore. It's one of those things where, are we going to really hear 12th seed wins the Stanley Cup? I mean, is this real life? I don't know. So, so is Pittsburgh burning down as we speak? Oh, man. Boy, oh, boy. Yeah. And Amanda, hello, my dear. What's normal? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, nothing's normal, folks. Let's just be real here about it. Nothing is normal. This whole thing, nothing's normal. So do us a favor if you want to join us, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell. That'll notify you that we do go on the air during the Sharks season after every single game. So we appreciate it. Also, check out the interviews that we've done. I've done a couple with Randy Hahn and Dan Ruzanowski at the beginning of the pause. AJ did a great one with John Scott. So just check us out. I mean, we appreciate it. The subscribe button is right there. Hit it. Hit that notification bell. That's when you know we'll go on the air. So, weird must be always, right? Right? Yeah, and that's what it is. So let's start at the beginning of the day. Florida on the verge of being eliminated. Somehow, Sergei Bobrovsky figures out that, hey, I can be a decent goaltender for $10 million a year. I mean, seriously, come on. Panthers win game 3, 3-2. Got a little interesting at the end, but Mike Hoffman. Mike Hoffman. A goal and assist. He gets credit for getting the second goal early on. Brian Boyle will get credit for the game-winning goal. And AJ's favorite hockey player that's not a Shark right now, or former Shark, Eric Holla, got on the scoring, got the scoring going for it. So Islanders still lead 2-1. They'll play again, I believe, Friday. Of course, those times are to be determined because of everything that's changed. Everything that's changed right now for what's going on. So, Marty McFly saying former Shark Mike Hoffman's kind of clutch in the playoffs. Oh, man. Former Shark, and he was only like a Shark for 90 minutes, folks. But, you start wondering, maybe it wasn't the right move. Those draft picks better come out to play that they got for him. I don't know. We shall see. I can't see them going after him with Erik Karlsson with them. But it is what it is. And, well, you know, and, he's in the East, so he's not making too much damage towards the Sharks. But speaking of the Sharks, their division rival, the Arizona Coyotes, break out the Kachina jerseys for their home games. They pick up a 4-1 victory over Nashville. I don't know what happened with UC Saros, but he's kind of come apart. This one, the Coyotes score 3 in the third period, including Taylor Hall with a power play goal on this one. Arizona getting some great goaltending from Darcy Kemper, which, of course, if Chirk was on here, he would say, "You right. You right." He was actually asking me and AJ in our DMs, so when are we going from my Yotes to our Yotes? AJ had a great assumption would be when Pavs and Patty were eliminated. You know, it's crazy. So, Valar, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Have we talked about my Yotes? We haven't. If you're available, I'll throw you on Skype. You can join me if you would like. Come on, jerk. Come on, we'll have some fun talking about more of your Yotes. He is very excited about the Coyotes. And to think we all thought he was just a Penguins fan. You know? I'm just saying. So we'll wait and see if Jerk gets on the Skype machine. It'd be nice to go back and forth with him on this one. But we'll jump over to some of the round robins. Let's see. Boston. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, Marty T saying, make sure you smash that goal, Cameron, just like Taylor Hall. Yes. Yes. I'm in bed. Otherwise, he's got to work tomorrow, folks. Otherwise, he would. Working man's got to get that coin. Understandable, jerk. No problem. I'll go over a little bit then, since you aren't available to jump on. But I mean, Christian Dvorak with the tip, Garland with a sweet move to essentially get the game-winning goal. You know, in that one, Taylor Hall with a nice shot on the power play. Soderberg, finishing it off. But I mean, Kemper. I mean, you talked about it, Jerk. Kemper. We talked about the goaltender sealing a series, and we'll get to another one that's doing that over in the East in a sec. But Darcy Kemper putting up a solid performance as usual. I mean, he only allows one goal on 40 shots. I mean, 39 saves. Nashville's done 0 for on the power play, and Arizona has done a great job with them. You wonder what happens if the Predators go home. If Arizona does finish this off, and I know Jerk is probably saying, yeah, they're going to finish it off, but they finish this off early. What is David Poile going to do? Remember, he replaced Laviolette with John Hines, and you got to wonder what's going to go down in Nashville if they are headed out of the bubble early. Jerk weighing in, Darcy Kemper would have been up for the Vezina had he not gotten injured. Yeah, and it's tough to do. And honestly, with Ranta hurting himself in the warmest of game 2, if I'm not mistaken, Jerk. It's you kind of gotta stand on your head a little bit more just in case. Like you said in the Picnologist, if the Yotes can score early and then wrap it up, they'll win. look what happens in games 1 and 3. Yeah, I mean, game 1, Arizona got out to a early lead. Game 3, they started off, they got the opening goal, but then had a big old third period that really finished off Nashville. I also wonder, does Pecorine get in the... Can't see it. Excuse me one moment. Here, let me... While I... Alright, that didn't work. And apparently neither is my Scarlet. Which is weird. Trying to fix that for you guys. I have to wonder. You get shocked. You'll see. Okay. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Now we have better audio. AJ won't kill me later. Jessica in the chat. Hockey Jerks, most definitely a Penguins fan. Exits chat. Well, good to see you, Jess. Bienvenidos, mis amigo. Skyler, Predators blow it up, start over. Sorry. Call them Nashville Kraken. They wish they could be the Kraken with all their lucky picks in the expansion draft they'll have coming up. So, yeah. I came online and hear Eric fixing something. Yep, exactly. Why not? The Scarlet wasn't working, so saw that fixing as I was trying to mute myself when I sneezed. So, moving onward from the Desert Dogs. Are you going to fix the lottery for Edmonton? Oh, gosh. No. Penguins and Yotes for the Cup final. Let's effing go. No. We are no. I'll be happy for Patty, but no. I still say it'll be Colorado coming out of the West, but we'll see. But hey, let's quickly talk about Joe Pavelski versus Jonas Donskoy and Matt Nieto. Oh, excuse me, Long Beach native Matt Nieto. Colorado wins their Ron Robin game against Dallas 4-0. Cale Makar, one of my favorite defensemen. Donskoy gets a goal early in the first to make it 2-0. They finish off two goals, one from Nemestikov in the second, Burakovsky in the third. Francouz getting some love in, so it's great. You gotta love it, as they say. So back to the Predators. Excuse me, confusing. Duchesne, Turris, and Johansson all have underperformed. Forsberg has somehow not hit 40 goals. This team is where good players go to die. I thought that was the Sharks, or thought that was Arizona. That's changed though, But yeah, it looks like they're just playing for the money. Matt Duchesne, really? Not surprised. All right, to the last two games seem to be the ones of the night. Honestly, after all of that, Montreal and Pittsburgh. I mean, this series is turning out to be a good one. The final was 4-3 in favor of Montreal, but Pittsburgh had a 3-1 lead. Despite Shane Weber getting the opening goal about 5 minutes into the game, Matt Murray's starting to have Martin Jones syndrome there. But then, Hornqvist and Zucker get 2 goals in about a minute to make it 2-1. And then, Bluger makes it 3-1 about 5.5 into the second. And you're thinking Pittsburgh's on a roll. They're having some fun. They're looking pretty good. They're like finally figured out Carey Price. And then all of a sudden, Montreal figured out how to score. Duran at 10-13, Paul Byron at 15-50. All of a sudden, you have a brand new hockey game. Montreal kept driving the pace in the second period. Price did his job, stopping everything that was coming his way. And I still don't understand how the heck the Jeff Petrie shot went in. I mean, that was just a crazy bank shot. It looked like, I think, off originally Murray's shoulder, then his mask, and then in. because that was just a tight shot to throw it on net. And sure enough, it goes in. And folks, I've said this countless times, especially with the Sharks, throw the puck on net, good things can happen. You just don't know. You just don't know until you get it in there. So, but now Pittsburgh, won or loss in the series, and they're headed home early. Patrick Marleau doesn't even get to play in the Stanley Cup playoffs if that's the case. You wonder what his future will hold in that case. Will he be hungry? Will he retire? What's going on with Pittsburgh? Yes, they'll have their 12.5% chance to getting it, which would be, just the absolute nightmare, because you already know the Rangers are in the hunt. Pittsburgh is on the verge of being in the hunt. The loser of Chicago Edmonton will be in the hunt. It's like, great, at least the three teams that nobody wants to deal with are in the hunt for Alexis Lafreniere. So, but Price looked phenomenal. Murray, does this collapse? Does this change things? Do they go to Tristan Jarry in Game 4? We shall see. Because honestly, what are we doing? Pittsburgh is supposed to be, this such great cup contender. Yeah, they had a slip right before the break, but they were on a roll, midway through the year. So that one's going to be an interesting one coming up. I believe they play on Friday night, and I believe it'll be around 5 o'clock, roughly. Again, the schedule hasn't come out just because there are potential elimination scenarios, so times will change. So be on the lookout for that going forward. To the final game of the night, Edmonton and Chicago, another classic one. These teams have played a great series so far, for sure. But we're looking at some of the chat here. Lafreniere, McDavid, Draisaitl, a.k.a. Nightfire. Yeah, nightmare fuel is more what Skyler's saying. Like a tire saying, you have to go to Jarry. You do. Yep. $21. Penguins Yotes for the final would be ratings hell. You're right. Well, no, you get Pittsburgh, so you could get that in there. They would just... You think they love Sidney Crosby now? Oh my gosh. And Pierre would be calling it. So Sidney Crosby's just the greatest player. I talked to his washing machine back in Nova Scotia, and it said that it felt really good when he missed the puck, and then he sometimes get it in there. Moving onward to Oilers and Blackhawks. Edmonton gets an early goal from Draisaitl, his second, to make it 1-0. To tie it at 1 after Ole Mata scored, make it 1-0 Blackhawks. Just a half a minute later, Draisaitl ties it up. Taves gets it back at the end of the first to make it 2-1 going into the locker room. Kind of funny because after 2 periods, Edmonton gets a goal to tie it at 2 early on, and then McDavid scores a power play goal late in the second before it goes in. Just craziness going on here to give them the lead. Edmonton up 3-2. Everything's looking good. And then Highmore gets the goal at 14-13 to tie the game up. At 18:44, Taves scores the goal with 1:16 left to give the Hawks the 2-1 victory. Corey Crawford does his job, gets things done. Koskinen hung in there, but a late third period collapse again for a goaltender who's experiencing his first time in the playoffs, or, qualifier. You have to wonder, do they go back to Smith? I just can't see it. I think they'll stick with Koskinen. But now in a must-win situation, This is where McDavid and Draisaitl and all that talent they have, they need to show up. If not, oh, yikes. Yikes. Chicago, given the opportunity to be here, they're taking advantage of it. No denying it. And yeah, Kane and Taves will always get the high praise. Crawford will be up there too. But also look at the Bryn kit. Kirby. Why am I drawing blank of the other one? Kubalik. There we go. I mean, they have some support players who can get the job done. Of course, Brandon Saad, because Brandon Saad greater than Artemi Panarin. So yeah, they gave that last goal to Taves. I'm not sure how, despite it going off of, it looked like it went off of Bear. That might be changing, but according to the stat sheet, it is Taves' 4th of the playoffs in that word. So, like a Tiger, the Sporting Cast were undisciplined. It was a Bear own goal. Yeah, no, I saw it. It went off of Bear because he was pissed about it. I don't know. I go figure. But NHL.com on it. They say it's not a Fanatics experience for their stats. That's by SAP. So, but now, what happens? Cuckoo, cuckoo. So now what happens? Let's take a look at the results from today. Altogether, Florida wins, keeps them in the series despite the Islanders leading. Arizona takes a 2-1 lead going to Game 4 with their 4-1 win. Tampa beats Boston 3-2. Boston, you are supposed to be a President's Trophy team. What are you doing? Oh, wait, you are doing what the President's Trophy team does. Yikes. Colorado shuts out the Dallas Stars 4-0. I think Colorado's going to look good. Dallas, with no points, now looking like they're going to finish either 3rd or 4th for the round robin. Montreal 4, Pittsburgh 3. Montreal leads 2-1. They can close it out later this week. I mean, Montreal, my goodness. Can they finish it up? 4-3, the final for Chicago over Edmonton. They lead the series 2-1. So, Ennis took a weird hit, and he never returned. It seemed like he had a fairly serious injury there. Yeah, he did. I haven't heard too much about it, but it did not look good. Hopefully he will be okay going forward, but a lot of guys have definitely taken some tough hits, blocked shots, got sticks and pucks up in the face. Like more so in this time frame. We're just talking 5 days into the playoffs, and I don't think I've ever seen a lot of guys take pucks to the face, or high sticks, or injuries, just all coming into intensity. And you wonder if it's a little bit, as AJ would say, a skosh of carelessness, just because of how intense these qualifiers have ramped things up. I mean, it's something to think about, to be honest. But it is the precursor to the playoffs, and you start wondering if that's kind of why things have escalated so quickly, and maybe a little carelessness going on there. So, we had lots of bloody faces, lots of goalies getting cracked in the mask. Yeah. Again, the winning goal for Montreal tonight went off of Murray's mask. So, All right, well, let's get you set for Thursday here. Canucks and Wild will play game 4. Excuse me, game 3. Game 3 on Thursday at 11:30 a.m. That's on the NHL Network. If you have that, otherwise NHL.tv, $4.99 for the qualifiers, or you know somebody who knows somebody. At 1 p.m., Capitals and Flyers will do a round robin game. Flyers and Caps. Flyers have a chance to really get into the number 2 or the number 1 spot if they pull this out with a victory. Capitals have a loser point so far, so they need this win to keep pace with where they actually finished in the standings. At 3:30 on the NHL Network, let's hope they go with the Fox Sports Midwest feed this time, as the St. Louis Blues take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Because we all know deep down inside, let's show the Golden Knights more, and as they throw shade at the Sharks one more time, because that's what they do. That's right. The Sharks are in their minds still, living rent free, baby. So that's at 3:30 on the NHL Network. At 5 p.m. on NBCSN, the Leafs and Jackets series tied at 1-1. How will that fare out? And then the nightcap at 7:30 on CNBC. That's the one where you would see all the stock market channels. Thankfully, no games on Golf Channel this time around. Calgary and Winnipeg for Game 4. Talk about an intense series. Will Winnipeg have anybody left by the end of this game? You have to wonder. So, like a tiger saying, glad the Sharks weren't in this play-in. I hope Blues and VGK kill each other. Wow. Yikes. So, with that, we'll get out of here. We will try and do this every night. Unfortunately, sometimes our work schedules conflict with these games, especially during the summertime. So forgive us if we do miss a night or not. But if anything, please hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can hear most of these on our podcatcher apps. These aren't on there, but Pucknologists was a great episode on Sunday with AJ Rocket and Jerk. So definitely check that out. And it's always available. Find everything on tealtownusa.com for you. So with that, we will leave you this evening with craziness going on. Definitely check out tealtownusa.com for all your needs, Sharks-wise and everything. We most likely will be back with you tomorrow night following all the game's action. Should be a good one. We might see some handshaking at the end on a couple of them. But until next time, thanks for watching. Follow us on the social. Subscribe down below. Check out all our other content. And, of course, keep it real. Keep it teal. Keep it real teal. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Appreciate you all. Have a good night.